Hello and welcome to Lok Talks. This is Dr. Lokesh Bhatia. Today I'll be talking to you about something very important which I felt like penning down today, and then I felt like sharing with all of you. So, dear friends, how's life? Well, quite a lot of my friends, my peers, my childhood friends, all of us have either celebrated their 60th birthday or on the verge of celebrating or very nearby to celebrating the 60th birthday. So I thought, why not to pen down what should be the life like at 60 or nearing 60. So I'll be talking to you on this topic. What should be life be like at 60 or nearing 60? It will be very thoughtful, very reflective, and a very motivational video. Let's talk about it. So, dear friends, this is little offshoot than my usual videos on this particular Lok Talks channel. But I'm sure you will enjoy listening to each and every point what I have been talking to you on in this particular video with all of you. It's a very significant achievement to reach to this age, and very important for all of us to understand what should be the life be like when one is nearing 60 or already 60. Should it be a life of fear, a life of regret, a life of slowing down, a feeling left out and waiting for the end? No. In fact, if understood properly, it should be very life should be very meaningful, graceful, and powerful phase of life. Because 60 is not merely an age, it is a turning point. It is the stage where life quietly asks us some very deep questions. What really matters now? What should I hold on to? What should I let go of? And how should I live the rest of my life with dignity, peace, and purpose? Today, let us reflect deeply on this subject. What should life be like if one is 60 or nearing 60? So, I'll be discussing all the aspects of this particular question. Number one, life should become simpler, not heavier. In the early years of life, we keep adding. We add responsibilities, we add ambitions, we add possessions, we add plans, pressures, roles, and expectations. But as one nears 60, life should not become more complicated. It should become simpler. And this is the age to start reducing unnecessary burdens. Less clutter in the house, less clutter in the mind, less emotional baggage, less need to impress others, less unnecessary social drama. By this age, a person should begin to ask, do I really need all this? Do I really need to react everything? Do I really need to carry old hurts? Do I really need to prove myself anymore? A mature life after 60 is not about accumulation. It is about refinement, not adding more noise, but removing what is not essential. Because simplicity is not emptiness, simplicity is clarity. Point number 2, life should become deeper and not merely slower. Many people think aging is only about slowing down physically. But the real aging should mean deepening inwardly. The body may become slower, but the wisdom should become richer. Speech should become more meaningful. Judgment should become more balanced. Relationships should become more compassionate. At 60, one should not just have more years, one should have more depth. This is the time to become thoughtful, to reflect more, to speak less but speak better, to listen more carefully, to understand people more gently. The beauty of this age is not physical speed, it is in inner depth. A younger person may have energy, but a mature person should have perspective. And perspective is one of one's life's greatest blessings. Point number 3. Life should move from ambition to meaning. In youth, ambition dominates life. Career, growth, status, achievement, recognition, building a future. There is nothing wrong with that. Every phase has its dharma, its own set of duties. But nearing 60, one must gradually shift from asking, what more can I achieve, to asking, what meaning can I now bring? What can I contribute? Whom can I guide? Whose burden can I lighten? What values can I pass on? After 60, life should become less self-centered and more contributional, more contribution-centered. Not how much more can I collect, but how much can I now give? Giving back to society. Give wisdom, give encouragement, give emotional steadiness, give mentorship, give time, give blessings. And this is the age where significance should become more important than success. My fourth point. One should become lighter emotionally. A person nearing 60 has usually seen enough of life to know that not everything goes according to plans. Whatever plans you have made, not necessarily you have experienced the same thing. People disappoint, relationships do change, health fluctuates, plans do fail, children take their own path, the body no longer listens the way it should or once it did, and the world does not stop behaving unpredictably. So, what should happen by this age? Emotional maturity. One should become less reactive, less offended, less demanding, less controlling. And this does not mean becoming indifferent. It means becoming more balanced. At 60, one should know that the peace is more valuable than winning every argument. One should know that some things are not worth emotional exhaustion. This is the time to let go of old resentments, unresolved bitterness, and the habit of mentally revisiting every insult. If you keep carrying emotional poison into later life, it will not hurt the past. It will only damage your present. A good life after 60 is emotionally lighter one. My fifth point. Health should become a sacred responsibility. At this stage of life, health can no longer be neglected. But health should not become a source of anxiety either. It should become a responsible discipline. One must understand that this body is not just for enjoyment. It is an instrument to serve, to think clearly, to move with dignity, to remain available for family, society, and higher purpose. So, life near 60 should include regular walking, reasonable eating, good sleep, mobility, stretching, balanced medical attention, and reduce stress, reduce all avoidable stress. One should not abuse the body, and one should also not obsess over the body. Care for it, respect it, maintain it, but do not worship it. A stable body supports a stable mind. My sixth point. Relationships should become softer and wiser. One of the saddest things is to see a person growing older in age but not suffer in hurt. Nearing 60, a person should become kinder, more compassionate, more forgiving, more patient, more appreciative, less critical, less egoistic, more understanding of the struggles of others. And at this age and at this stage of life, the relationships should not be based on control. They should be based on grace. This is also the age to heal relationships wherever possible. To say thank you, to say sorry, to bless rather than to curse, to appreciate rather than complain. No relationship becomes perfect, but maturity teaches us how to carry imperfections with love. A person near 60 should become easier to live with, not harder one. My 7th point. One should reduce the need for validation. Very, very important shift should happen by this age. The dependence on others' approvals should be reduced to the bare minimum. Many people suffer because even after 60, they still want applause, they still want acknowledgement, they want constant appreciation and emotional confirmation from everyone around them. But peace does not come when everyone approves of you. The peace comes when you are no longer ruled by approvals. This is the age to become inwardly anchored. Do what is right. Speak what is true. Live with integrity. And do not keep checking who is impressed. You do not have to prove your worth every day. A ripe life carries quiet dignity. My point number 8. One should become very selective with attention. By 60, one must understand that attention is life. Where attention goes, life goes. So this is not the age to waste mental energy on every controversy, on every gossip, on every distraction, every useless debate, or every emotional disturbance. Become very selective. Read what nourishes you. Watch what uplifts you. Meet those who bring sincerity. Avoid environments that disturb your peace for no reason. This stage of life should bring discernment. Not everyone deserves access to your mind. Not every issue deserves your reaction. Not every invitation deserves your presence. This selectivity is not arrogance. It is wisdom. Remember that. Point number 9. One should begin preparing inwardly, not just financially. Most people prepare for retirement, very few prepare for inner readiness. They plan money, they plan properly the property, they plan travels, they plan comforts. But life after 60 should also involve a deeper preparation. What is the state of my mind? What is the quality of my inner life? Have I learned contentment? Have I made peace with the impermanence? Do I know how to sit quietly with myself? Do I know what truly gives peace? Because eventually, the greatest challenge of later life is not outer management. It is inner orientation. If a person has everything outside but is restless inside, then age becomes heavy. But if a person has cultivated inner clarity, gratitude, spiritual depth, and acceptance, then old age becomes luminous. My point number 10. Life should become more spiritual. This is a very important point, and more conscious. As one nears 60, the spiritual question becomes more urgent and more relevant. Not in a fearful way, in a truthful way. What am I really living for now? What remains when titles, roles, and speed begins to fall away? Who am I beyond profession, position, and identity? This is the age to deepen one's connection with the divine. To pray more sincerely, to reflect more deeply, to read wisdom literature, to spend time in silence, to cultivate devotion, to remember that the life is not only about managing the world, but also about preparing the soul. A spiritual life after 60 is not escapism, it is alignment. It is not withdrawal from responsibility. It is elevation of consciousness. It should become more God conscious. And whether one belongs to a particular religion or not, this much is true. If one does not discover the inner meaning in the later life, one risks becoming bitter, anxious, or empty. But if one turns inward, an upward life becomes peaceful. My 11th point, one should become a source of stability for others. At 60, people should feel calmer in your presence. They should not feel that you are adding confusion, insecurity, or unnecessary tension. A mature person becomes a shelter. Children may come for counseling. Younger people may come for perspective. Family members may look for steadiness. Society may look for wisdom. This does not require perfection. It requires a balanced, experienced perspective. When the life has tested you, your role is not only to survive, it is also to become a lamp for others. A beautiful later life is one in which your presence itself begins to heal people. My point number 12. One must accept aging with dignity. Aging is not a mistake, it is a privilege. Not everyone gets to reach 60. So instead of fighting age with panic, one should accept it with grace. Yes, the body changes. Yes, energy shifts. Yes, the appearance changes. And yes, one cannot do everything as before. But this is not loss alone, this is a transition. Every phase gives something and takes away something. Youth gives speed, maturity gives insight. Youth gives impulse, maturity gives discernment. Youth wants to conquer, maturity learns to understand. So, one should not be ashamed of growing older. The goal is not to look forever young. The goal is to become inwardly beautiful. My point number 13. Life should become ready, not fearful. At some point, one must face the biggest truth of all, and life, to realize the fact that life is finite. This is not a depression, this is not a very depressing thought at all. It is a clarifying thought. One is truly understands that time is limited. One becomes more sincere. Then trivial things lose power. Ego loses attraction. Showmanship loses meaning. And essentials come into focus. A person nearing 60 should gradually live in a state of readiness, not fear, readiness. Ready to forgive, ready to let go, ready to simplify, ready to love better, ready to live truthfully. Living truthfully is very important. Ready to live peacefully, and whenever that moment comes. This readiness gives immense freedom. This is worth realizing a point. So, my closing reflection. So, what should life be like at 60 or nearing 60? It should be simpler, deeper, softer, healthier, more selective more meaningful, less ego driven, more contribution based, more spiritually awakening. Not a life of decline, but a life of ripening. Not merely becoming old in body, but becoming wise in consciousness. If youth is the season of building, then later life is the season of distillation. A time to keep the essence, a time to release the excess, a time to become inwardly free. And perhaps that is the real beauty of nearing 60. You no longer have to become everything. You simply have to become true. So dear friends, I am about to end up this video. If you are 60 or nearing 60, do not think life is becoming smaller. It can actually become clearer, calmer, and more sacred than ever before. Because the final chapters of life, when lived with awareness, are often the most beautiful ones. So dear friends and listeners and all my Lok Talks audience, if this reflection has touched your heart, do share it with someone who is 60 or nearing 60. And if you enjoy thoughtful conversations on life, growth, relationships, aging, purpose, inner wisdom, physical, mental, social, emotional, spiritual dimensions of health, then Lok Talks is the channel to subscribe. Let us grow older, not with fear, but with grace. Thank you very much. All the best. God bless you. Hare Krishna.